Today's the day. I've got my 2021 bone stock Jeep Wrangler Recon 1, and we're gonna take it on its most challenging trail yet. A 7 out of 10 trail here, Valley of the Moons, and I'm with my good friend Jerry from Shift Autowerx, and he's brought his beast of a Gladiator on 40s because, well, I might need a recovery vehicle today, and he's also a mechanic, so if I break anything, it'll be good to have him along. But look, the plan today is to make it through this as best we can to show the capabilities of Recon 1, what its strengths and what its weaknesses are. It's all about choosing the right line, the right momentum, and hopefully we can make it through a lot of this stuff today. But I think before it's all said and done, we're gonna have a pretty good idea of what some of the next upgrades needs to be. First, we gotta get up this mountain, and then we're gonna tackle an obstacle called axle breaker. Yep. Here we go. I'm both excited and a little anxious. We'll see how Recon 1 does. I know this trail very well. I've done this trail many times over the years. And the reason I'm here is because there's some very specific obstacles that are going to test some very specific things on this. We're going to be able to test flex, we're going to be able to test departure angle, breakover angle, all the things. It's going to be great. And I'll be curious to see how well this limited slip differential does, because there's some sections where you definitely need lockers, and we'll see how we get through it. But if we don't, that's what we got Jerry for here. Now, we're climbing up this mountain, which is pretty narrow. It's not crazy shelf road, but it is a good shelf road that you got to be attentive to. But the good thing is that in stock form, with these narrow axles and these small tires, Recon 1 is pretty maneuverable, whereas Jerry has got a big offset wheel. He's got 40-inch tires, 12.5 inches, plus he's got the Rubicon full-width axles. So he'll have no problem getting through here either, but you're just gonna see that it's a little bit different. So as I upgrade, that's the thing that I'm gonna have to compromise, is I'm not gonna be as narrow as I am now.
I want to emphasize a very important point before things start getting very interesting on this trail. It is not recommended to take a stock 4x4 on Valley of the Moon trail. This is rated as a difficult 7 out of 10 trail for a reason. But today is for educational purposes. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Already right away on this climb, there's a few good little obstacles where it's really rutted out, some deep ruts, and then there's a little bit of a shelf road on the other side. And I can already feel the traction control kicking in. I think I'm lifting a tire here and there. The limited slip differential is definitely working. I have it in 4 low and I can feel it. Thankfully, I'm aired down, sway bars are disconnected, and the Jeep feels pretty planted. A little bit of slippage here and there, but nothing so far Recon 1 can't handle. That's narrow. Wasn't that narrow, Jerry? I fit right through here, dude.
Oh no, it was, man.
It was there. You got a little really on the edge over there.
I puckered a little bit.
It's all good. I'm probably gonna pucker up here, probably, huh?
I don't think you'll need a tow.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Made it up the mountain. A few scrapes and bumps on the way up, but nothing crazy. But now we are at the obstacle called axle breaker, and it's well named. I was here many years ago, and we were with the San Diego Jeep Club, and there was a Jeep LJ coming up this, got a little too excessively aggressive with it and he broke his axle. I'm not going to do that today. This is all about picking your line, taking your time, the right throttle and brake. I'm probably going to lift a tire, but I got Jerry here. He'll spot me.
You're gonna break your axle, Brad.
No. Ah, a little slip. Little slip. And he killed it. There he goes. There he goes. Lifted a tire, Jerry. Lifted a tire.
Just hitting the bottom and then it's not able to get through that. A little bit this way, right there, and just come forward. Good job, man. Yeah, buddy. Good job, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, guys, I made it up axle breaker, and I was talking inside my Jeep on the camera the whole time. I forgot to hit record. I'm such a knucklehead. But look, 3 tries up this. Couple scrapes, a couple bumps, just a little reset, and I made it. It's all about having a good line, and the spotter is super helpful because Jerry could see what I couldn't see because all I could see was straight up. I did scrape these rocks pretty good. You can see I left a couple marks, but this is just one of many. We still got a lot more to accomplish today. Now we've got a series of steep climbs and steep descents, some loose rocks, a little bit of gravel makes it interesting. I've already scraped and bumped a few times. You can hear it right there. I just scraped again. That's just part of the Jeep, you know, not having the bigger tires and the lift. I'm just gonna hit things. I think it's mostly my lower control arm bracket, which, yeah, it can take some abuse. All right, we got a little bit of a teardrop here, a couple little good rocks. I think I'm gonna scrape it. I'm gonna try to keep my tires up as high as I can and just go slow. I don't wanna bang. Like scraping and rubbing's okay, but I don't wanna like smash it. So I'm 2-footing it right now. So I've got 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake, and just taking my time. Actually, I gotta tell you guys, look at that. I didn't even scrape. Recon 1 is getting it done today. Very impressive. So we're taking a right off of kind of the main trail. I've always done this section, but I hadn't realized that Jerry had never done this little extra credit loop, we'll call it. And so there's a really good steep waterfall that I'm pretty confident I'm not gonna make it up, but I'm gonna give it my best try. But I didn't realize he hasn't been this way before, so I love that I'm sharing something new with him today. That's awesome. And I'm so thankful he's out here with me because yeah, it just gives me a little bit more confidence.
gotta say I'm actually surprised with it. It's been performing really, really well for a Jeep on stock wheels, no lift, none of that stuff.
It's a hot one today, guys.
It is.
We were coming down that pretty good steep decline, and there was a little drop off, and Jerry's like, oh, this one might be tough, it's pretty steep. And we get there and I was like, Jerry, that's nothing, man. I think the problem is, Jerry, is that you're on 40-inch tires, you got 5.5 inches lift. Like, you're so high in the sky, dude, that everything...
I still had a problem over there, man. I guess it doesn't make a difference if you have a lift or 40.
I think you just need to come back down to like planet Earth, where us peasants with no big tires and no lift live.
No, I don't think I'll.
Having fun, dude?
Oh yeah, dude, I love being out here.
I can't wait till you see what's to come.
Okay, I've never been here, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be definitely interesting.
I mentioned the last time I was out with Recon 1 that I just felt so much more engaged with the trail. Well, today is even more true. I have been very focused, and making a mistake out here could cost me. And later on today, it nearly did in a very bad way. But more on that later. We've reached the waterfall. Time to see if my Jeep can climb up it.
All right, we've made it to probably one of the hardest obstacles on Valley of the Moon. Now, I've driven up and down this many times over the years, but never in a stock Jeep. And Jerry's never done this before, but long wheelbase makes climbing like this super easy. I think I'm gonna struggle, but I'm gonna give it my best effort. The challenge is that right at the base of this waterfall, there's some pretty good little dig outs from people spinning their tires, and you get stuck in one of those with a small tire, and sometimes that can be kind of hard. But I'm gonna give it my best shot. Jerry's gonna walk up this. So Jerry, there's 3 lines here, buddy. To the far right is kind of the easy line, if there's such a thing. The middle is a little bit moderate, and the left over here is definitely harder. What are you thinking?
I don't want to take the easy one because you're never gonna let it go, man.
Especially if I make it up there.
So I think I'm gonna take somewhere right here.
Okay.
Somewhere in the middle.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
You got it.
I think so.
I think if he hugs that right, he'll be fine. Front and rear lockers should just crawl right up this. You're gonna have to give it a little. There you go. Look at that. Easy. Nicely done. So I don't have a whole lot of options. I think the important thing is that when I end up, my front driver's tire is at that tip of that rock. I don't want to come in there, because if I get stuck in that hole, it might be hard to come up. Challenge is, I got this hole. I might hit differential. Let's just give it a go, dude. Let's see how it goes.
You got this, Brad.
I am probably the least confident about this obstacle versus everything we do today. But if I make it, guys, man, it says a lot about what a Jeep is capable of doing. And this could just come down to me, honestly, but we'll see. We'll see how she does. All right, here we go. An approach angle, so we're up. A little bit of spin there. A little more spin, okay. See, that's the problem, is you start digging in that hole there. I'm gonna try coming just a little bit to the passenger. Whew. I'm seeing sky. I'm seeing nothing but sky here, guys. Oh, yeah. Can you see what I'm hitting there, Jerry? Does it look like I'm hitting on the frame?
You are hitting the undercarriage for sure.
Okay. What does it look like down there?
It's literally stuck underneath the transfer case plate.
Okay.
The skid.
What do you think? A little more of an angle? You don't think I'm gonna make it, do you?
I don't, man. It's too steep.
I think you might be right. We're gonna give it one more try. We gotta try, guys. We gotta try. That bumper?
A little bit.
It's a little bit. A little bit.
They're good. You're good. Everything is good. Rear bumper's good too. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, that's a good line. Ooh, that's a good line.
Right until it wasn't.
Yeah, right until it hits that transfer
Yeah,
case
right
skid.
until it hits it. Okay, let's take a look, guys. All right, you can see my biggest challenge here is departure angle. So I am hitting that bumper and then my breakover angle. I just don't have enough lift to get the bottom of the Jeep clear of that. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take the bypass. Oh, steeper than it looks, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. 35. Yeah, each lift.
Okay, you're good. Okay, now the bumper's gonna fall off, the front one. Oh.
I don't know how I feel about that, Jerry. In all my years, like 10 coming here, and all the Jeeps I've taken out here, I've never had to take the bypass before.
Yeah, I can't relate to that, man.
Crushing my soul.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's all right.
Hey, you've been doing really, really well so far, man.
I'm doing pretty good. That one got us, though.
Yes, it did.
Uh-oh. Did you lock it up?
Nope. Just the rear.
So I think you guys just saw how deep this rut is. Jerry had to turn on his rear locker to get through it. This will be a good test to see that limited slip differential kick in. We'll see if it acts just as good as Jerry's locker. So the thing with the limited slip differential is I don't have to like turn on a button. Like it's just there when I need it. And we'll see if I know I'm gonna need it, if it just kicks in and how much slip we have, if it's just gonna let us mow right through here. Ooh, that's super flexy. Yep, can feel it. Look at that. Look at that. I lifted a tire, but it grabbed both and went right through that. It was like just having a rear locker on. That was perfect. So we're coming up to a little granite slab obstacle, and it's kind of fun because there's many different lines you can take. In fact, you don't have to take any of it. There's a bypass to it, but it's fun to kind of come on here and just test your approach angle, your departure angle, and more importantly, your breakover angle, which we're going to test here pretty closely in a second. I'm gonna try to get my tires up a little high on some stuff. And we'll just see, we'll see how Recon One does. I'm not taking the easy lines today, guys. That's not the idea. Okay, little scrape there. You can hear that. Ooh. Oh, okay. That was some good scrape. Oh, brake squeal. Ooh, hitting again. There it is. You know, I'll bet if I had 33s on here, just that ½ inch of clearance. Oh, okay, that was all muffler. I'll bet a little ½ inch of clearance would make the world of a difference on something like this. All right, now the kicker is we're coming down and there's a pretty good little sharp drop, and it's definitely a test of the departure angle, although we just tested that pretty good. Trying not to bounce, but it's a little rough there. I am 2-footing it, believe it or not. Ah, we didn't hit. All right, that's a win. Section here, some good little size boulders. Probably gonna scrape a little bit, bump a little bit. I'm trying to go slow and 2-foot it, but these are pretty big. Thankfully this is a short section. I think just tire placement here is all that matters, and taking it slow. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one was pretty good. Next up is a good little rutted out, rocky climb. And I just hit right there. I just heard Jerry scrape pretty good coming up here. I'm not gonna take that same line because obviously if he scraped, I would tear it up. So I'm gonna take a little bit different line. I will be curious to see if that limited slip kicks in, and even if we lift the tire, we'll have to see how this goes. Definitely good ruts right here. I mean, these will swallow a tire for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, lifting. But look, I can feel that limited slip kick in because I know that right rear passenger tire, there's no traction, and it's sending the traction to the driver's side. Man, that's so confidence inspiring to have that. I didn't scrape. I spoke too soon. That's funny. Man, I'm having a good time today, guys. And I'm so thankful Jerry's out here with me. Oh, yeah. We have banged and bumped all day long. All right, we've reached what's called Caldwell's Crunch. It's a very steep, a very rocky, a very rutted out section. I feel like I've been saying that all day, but this is probably the highlight. Now going down is no problem. We're gonna just kind of cruise through this. We might lift a tire or two, and then we're gonna go explore one more area, but coming back up this, that's where things are gonna get interesting. And then before we end the trail, we're gonna do a little damage report because I've got quite a few bumps and bruises. Now, some of you may be wondering, why is this called Caldwell's Crunch? Well, interesting story. So many, many years ago, I was out here with the San Diego Jeep Club, and the president of the club, or I think he was the president of the club at the time, brought his Ram 1500. I don't remember why he brought it. Maybe his Jeep was in the shop, which is pretty typical. And he banged up his Ram pretty hard. And so when the San Diego Jeep Club started naming things out here, this got named Caldwell's Crunch. In fact, if you look at the kiosk, that's what it's called. So, fingers crossed, I don't crunch too much, although I've been crunching a lot today.
Jerry is up first, and while he could really pick any line on the way down he wanted, we are both going to hug the driver's side, which is the most difficult line. But with gravity on our side on the way down, it's not hard. It's when you are climbing and gravity is working against you that these ruts and the loose dirt can give you a hard time. I've seen many people struggle on this section of the trail, and I've even seen people opt to turn around and not even attempt it. We've got this, at least going down. Now we've come to a little cove section. I actually love this area with the big rocks, but this section right here is a little tight, and being a wide Jeep, Jerry's gonna have to get his tires up high on some of these rocks, and you're gonna have to navigate carefully through a tight little squeeze. Me being a low Jeep, well, I'm just gonna have to suffer through it.
Jerry made that look way too easy. I think I'm gonna have a little more of a challenging time. This first section I'm not terribly worried about. I am a little concerned about hitting the diffs on the rocks that are right in the center, but I think as long as I get my tire up high, I should be good. I might be rubbing rock rails, but that's what they're for. Oh. Yeah, see, Jerry just rolled right over this. I gotta make sure I don't get hung up on those rocks right there. There we go. All right, that one wasn't so bad. This one, I'm gonna have to go really high into the passenger. All right, so here, I'm gonna get my tire a little higher than I normally would have to, but I've gotta stay out of that hole on the right because I will definitely get hung up there. So this is gonna feel a little uncomfortable. Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. All right, well, we made it through. We definitely have a damage report to do though.
Getting through that obstacle was no problem, but turns out when I went the other direction, things didn't go quite so well.
Hey Brad, you wanna talk us through what happened right now?
Yeah, well, I was trying to avoid those rocks in the middle and I went a little too high, and boy, I am leaning hard, guys. I am leaning really hard.
Check this out.
I gotta be very careful how I get back out of this.
Check this out.
All right, backing out of this just a little bit. Whew, okay, that was a little nerve-wracking. I should have known better than to go that high, but I was just trying not to get my differential hung up. Oh, see, that's what I was trying to avoid right there. All right. That's why you go slow and take your time, guys.
You all right?
Yeah. I mean, I was just trying to go high and to stay out, to keep my differential from hitting that rock, and yeah, went a little too high. It's all good.
I've never seen you scared like that, man.
I wasn't scared.
Oh my God,
but
you screamed.
as I started to go, like, I did not scream, but as I started to go, I was like, oh, whoa, I need to stop for a second. So yeah, all good.
Okay, admittedly, my heart might have skipped a couple beats because I almost laid it on its side. It wouldn't have been a difficult recovery, but I'm not really interested in doing that when it's 100 degrees outside like it is today, and I'd like to keep the side of my Jeep intact. But a good lesson here, don't be overconfident, and I was a little. Also, the more I think about it, had Recon 1 been lifted with larger tires, I wouldn't have felt like I needed to take the line I did, so another good reason this won't be staying stock. Okay, time to climb out of here.
The final obstacle of the day, we're climbing back up Caldwell's Crunch. Coming down is easy, climbing up a lot harder. Now, this Jeep has impressed me all day long, and specifically the limited slip differential, but this is where it's either going to shine or it's not, because I guarantee I'm gonna be lifting 1 or 2 tires, going through these ruts, climbing this hill, and we're gonna see if I can get through here. I don't think you could do this without a locker or a limited slip differential. You'd be spinning hard. You'd have to really get some hard momentum. All right, coming up to it. This is a pretty deep rut. I'm climbing. I don't think you can tell how steep this is, but it's pretty steep. Coming up here, passenger tires dropping, scraping. That's scraping hard. There we go. I think I'm tired. Okay, slip. And there it is. It's just grabbing, guys. Look at that. Effortless. Oh, okay, that's not effortless, but the traction is not the problem. Clearance is my problem. Very happy with that. Ah, yeah. Okay, now it's time for a damage report. Let's go see what's happened to this thing. Jerry, what a great day on the trail.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for being my battle buddy. Thankfully, I didn't need any assistance.
I'm glad you didn't.
Well, I take that back. You did help me spot up the axle brake.
Yeah, but it was not bad, man. You actually did I was not expecting that to go up it.
Seriously.
Honestly, it did really well.
It's really impressed me today. Your Gladiator, though, dominated easily today.
I don't know, man. I had trouble in that axle breaker obstacle. I'm beating myself over it a little bit.
Yeah, it's all good. Slow and smooth. So, any damage today?
I scraped a little bit on the diff.
Okay.
There's a skid plate underneath, and there's a hitch slider. I scraped that a little bit, and
so even a Jeep on 40s, 5.5-inch lift, you're still banging and bumping a little bit.
Gladiators have a terrible departure angle, so yeah, definitely you're hitting that tail.
Well, the wheelbase was nice coming up some of those climbs.
Yes, it was fantastic.
All right, let's go take a look at Recon 1.
Okay, Brad, give me your damage report.
The damage report is not bad. We didn't break anything, and technically we made it through the trail, even though I had to do the one little bypass. I mean, you could bring a stock Jeep out here. However, you're probably going to need to repaint the entire undercarriage black again, because I'm pretty sure underneath I've scraped off most of the paint of the skid plates. The front rim here has some good scrapes on it. The back passenger rim has a scrape on it, and I also tore the sidewall a little bit, which I'm not happy about, but again, I don't think these are like very high-end expensive tires. The rear trailer hitch. So when I bought the Jeep, it came with this Washington Cougars trailer hitch cover, and I don't have the key for the pin, so I couldn't take it off. Well, the trail took it off today, so that's not there anymore, so that's nice. Scraped the bumper, my license plate is a little loose. However, we're gonna begin doing things that are gonna prevent all that from happening in the future. So the next time we come out here, and the time after that, and the time after that, maybe we'll end up with Jerry with just a couple little scrapes. I'm very happy with how Recon 1 did today. And I'm extremely thankful that Jerry came out here and was my battle buddy today, because I don't think I would have done this trail by myself in a stock Jeep. I've done it before in a built Jeep, but not today like this. And it was just fun. We had a blast out here. So thank you, my friend, for coming out here and helping me out.
Absolutely, no problem.
Definitely going to do this again once we build this up a little bit more. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this. There's a whole series on the Recon 1 build up to this point, and we're going to continue on. I will leave a link down below for that. I will leave a link down below if you want to check out Jerry's build, because we did a video on that a while back, and it's pretty impressive. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, safe travels.